Okay, are we live? What up, ladies and gents? It's your favorite Asian robot, hopefully your favorite Darktide YouTuber, and today's video is going to cover the recent anniversary update that Fat Shark just put out on the YouTube channel. First and foremost, I want to watch the Traitor's Curse update with you guys, and then we'll talk about the Traitor's Curse content highlights, where they've also shown a little bit of the veteran skill tree rework, and I gotta say, it's got some red flags in it. Now, compared to my stream, I'm gonna rant a lot less in this video. It's gonna be more of a short, measured judgment, but even so, I want to air some of the concerns that I have with the upcoming veteran skill tree rework. But first, let's take a look at these videos. Let's have a look at the Traitor's Curse anniversary trailer.
You're heading into Recreation District HL7004. It's known as the Carnival by most of its inhabitants. You're in for a treat today, if you like disreputable surroundings. But don't get any ideas about enjoying yourselves.
Alright, so the first trailer, link in the description of this video, same with the second one, and yes, look at me glitching in and out of reality. I love this software sometimes. Anyway, this trailer is all about the Carnival, which is the next major update for Darktide. It's going to be a new zone, alright, it's going to be a new zone, new mission, new cinematics. It's going to be interesting. Disreputable surroundings. And according to my stream, we have determined that we are going to have a whole bunch of Nurgle hot tub hookers. It's happening. It's happening. I'm manifesting this shit right now. Okay. Nurgle hot tub hookers. Y'all heard it here first. All right. Okay. That is number one. And number two is actually this video that they put out last night. I was actually going to do this video yesterday, but thank frick I didn't because I'm live. Hold on. Why am I live? This is over. this stream is over. It still says I'm live here. Okay, whatever. Anyway, okay, that minor joke aside, take a look at this. This is the Traitor's Curse update part 1.
Morningstar, this is Wormwood. Are you receiving me? Transmitting the reconnaissance report now on coded channel Alpha 5. The situation in the Carnival district is worse than we feared. It was always a den of degenerates, a place to indulge vices and addictions of every kind. But now the Mobians are in control. I fear it is far worse. I beg you to take action before it is too late. Morningstar, do you hear me?
The Traitor Curse update celebrates Darktide's first anniversary with a new zone, the notorious Carnival, advancing the story of the battle for Tertium and allowing players to take the fight to the Mobian invaders.
I like this narrator's voice. Very nice.
It's a good idea!
In addition, we will be patching in the veteran Keystones, adding the final touch to the talent tree. Part 1 of the Traitor Curse lands in November. Keep your eyes peeled for the next video update, introducing Part 2 in early December. Thank you for playing Darktide, and remember, the Emperor protects.
All I want to know is who did the voice for that narration, because that is hot. Anyway, now let's get to the main meat of this. The veteran update. Okay, my glitchy self aside, the veteran update does not please me. Why does it not please me? Have a look, see at this. I took the screen snaps of what the skill trees are gonna look like, and they look like this. The one on the very left-hand side is called Marksman's Focus, all right? Now you can see from the trees that they've redone them. They are a bit compressed, or so they appear to be, and they seem like they've been adjusted to make room for shifting around of the passives and stuff like that. That being said, the keystones are basically at the end of every skill tree, so even if they compress them, I hope they've rolled some of the passives into others, because I really would like to still have my build, but what I'm looking at here seems a little weird. That being said, the first skill on the very left-hand side is called Marksman's Focus, which gives you 3 stacks of focus every time you get a ranged weak spot kill. Here's the kick in the can. Sprinting, sliding, or walking removes stacks, not dodging, funnily enough. Each stack of focus grants 10% range finesse power and 1% reload speed. Ranged weak spot kills lets you move without losing stacks for 3 seconds. Ranged weak spot hits let you move without losing stacks for 1 second. Okay, so the thing on this is that my main concern when we're talking about Marksman's Focus is that with some weapons, okay, if we think about the hatred that people had a long time ago before patch 13 for camo expert veterans and the playstyle where they just would stand on top of some barrel or console or stack of boxes with their camo expert on and then just start sniping with the last gun, this is kind of what this skill tree enforces, which is why it's a bit of a red flag for me. Let's think about it. If you kill somebody with a ranged weak spot kill, you can move without losing stacks for 3 seconds. All right. If you happen to just get a weak spot hit, that allows you to move for 1 second. So basically, this is trying to encourage this type of gameplay with more spray and pray type weapons, which will allow continuous hits onto a weak spot, allowing you to move and gun. All right. But at the same time, if we are thinking about auric damnation level play, and we're going down this particular keystone, I think that a lot of people are not really going to be getting into that style of moving and losing stacks. No, rather I feel that it's gonna, like, rather than playing this game of red light, green light, where, oh, I hit a weak spot, I can move kind of thing, players are just gonna turret. Like, this is encouraging turreting, which was the exact problem with Camo Expert. This is why I feel that this is not good, because it is encouraging a very negative playstyle when moving and sticking with your team is the core important part of, you know, the highest level gameplay. A target that is not moving is rather vulnerable, and unless there is a way in the passives of massively reducing damage like we used to have pre-patch 13, then this is not going to be as viable as people might think. On top of that, if we do have a passive that massively reduces damage, what's going to happen is that that's going to create an overpowered style. And once again, you're going to see, do you guys remember before patch 13? And I don't know, some of you might remember this, but before patch 13, the veterans would like literally stand there, tank all the range fire with volley fire active, yeah? Then just snipe continuously, and then all the range targets were dead, and they would move on. Yeah, that's going to come back if that's the case. And either way, it seems like it's either going to shift the tree all the way to the left if they make it super overpowered, or shift everybody away from the left because nobody's going to go for that keystone. I thought the idea behind all this was build variety and making every single build style viable. It shouldn't really be the seesaw of everything goes only one way. There should be some room for creativity as well, right? So I don't know. I've ranted about it personally on stream because of my concerns that it would create a camo expert veteran style again because of this whole thing. But I am going to also say that on this particular video, of course, my opinion is toned down a little bit because this is a video. It's not really my stream where I rant to my audience. I personally feel that this Marksman's Focus may not be as healthy. I would really like it if they extended the time limits a bit, give us, say, 5 seconds of movement. Let us reposition properly. Give us 5 seconds on a weak spot kill, and on a weak spot hit, how about 3 seconds? Just in case we're not bringing a weapon that can continuously hit weak spots here. And even then, when you're looking at those, you're gonna have to take crack grenades to deal with armor, because those that continuously hit weak spots are either last guns or auto guns. And that's not exactly, you know, the ideal thing that we want to use. So throw us a bone here. Don't encourage a very negative playstyle where players should be standing, turreting just to not lose their stacks. No, they should be moving fast and having that focus. Rather, continuous weak spot hits should last for a certain duration. Okay, make it like all other talents. Make it last for a certain duration. If you stay focused even while moving, ducking, diving, and shooting, you stay focused, you keep killing, you should be able to continuously extend the time of this, you know, infinitely if necessary. But that's what it should be, rather than, you know, this whole I'm gonna sit there and just keep clapping weak spots and acting like a Torbjorn turret when this is not really what is encouraged in high level play. All right, that's the first one. That's the one that I have to rant about the most, honestly, because that is the only one that I feel may encourage a negative playstyle. The middle tree has focus target, which allows you to gain focus target every 3 seconds, stacking up to 6 times, 18 seconds for a full charge. Each stack gives you 5% additional damage when you mark a target. So marking a target, or well, tagging an enemy in this case, right, can apply up to 30% additional damage to that target for each stack. Okay, and it doesn't seem to have a duration listed. So I don't know how long it's going to last on them. I'm assuming it lasts until you move your tag. This can be both good and bad, because if you're someone like me who uses the primary fire also as your tag button, and you happen to switch targets accidentally, that before killing it, that might cause problems. But on the other hand, it does give you quite a bit of enhanced damage for whatever you're shooting at, which I kind of like. I feel that it might be a little bit mid. It's not going to really cause a lot of problems, unless the only potential negative of this one is that maybe some veterans may withhold their targeting or tagging. Like, rather than tagging what they might need killed or might need support upon, they might save their tag only for that big crusher or reaper just to get a one shot on it, and then after that they save their tag again for another 18 seconds. Also, in the most intense firefights, you really won't be saving your tagging. You'll just be tagging whatever you have to be shooting at. So I don't know. Now this one's going to be very dependent on the additional passives that come with the Keystone. So I don't want to judge this one too hardly. I feel it's just mid, but you know, we'll see. We'll see how it eventually goes. That being said, last but not least is the right-hand side of the skill tree, which favors the infiltrate veterans, and I think they came away with the best one out of this, because basically they are called weapon specialists, right? The Keystone. They can gain a range specialist buff on melee kills, stacking up to 10 times. You can gain a melee specialist on a range kill, and it only has 1 stack, but here's the kicker. For the range specialist, every stack will grant you 2% range attack speed up to 20%. So if you got the Columnus Mark V, you can go even more. And you have 33% range critical hit chance per stack. Stack that 10 times, you're going to have 330% range critical hit chance. Is that a typo, or do we seriously get 330% range critical hit chance? This begs the question that for 5 seconds, do we get over crits as well? Do we get like red crits, you know, kind of like in Warframe? Can you imagine like gunning down somebody with 330% range critical hit chance? That is pretty crazy and pretty zany indeed. So if it is per stack, I would really like to see that happen. I'm going to chop through like just basically 3 enemies and go and kill crushers and everything else like that. Basically, infiltrate veterans, assuming it really works in this way, are going to come my way the best, because as you know, critical hits tend to have much higher armor penetration, practically ignoring armor. So yeah, critical hit plus weak spot plus this, you might be able to crush armored targets with a auto gun, which would be hilarious. I don't know if any of you remember, before patch 13, there was this one feature with the Zealot when they would use Chastise the Wicked, and it would make all their range attacks crit, and it was turned into a feature. So you could basically like gun down a Crusher, which was, like I said, absolutely hilarious. People used to do it with the Flamers as well, which was again absolutely hilarious. So yeah, this is my current thought. I'm just wondering to myself, you know, when you wield your ranged weapon, you had 330% crit chance. What are you gonna do with that? Also, if you get a range kill, what's gonna happen is that your melee weapon will activate Melee Specialist, which will grant you 15% melee attack speed, 10% dodge speed, and dodge distance, which is amazing, and it lasts for 10 seconds, you know? So pop off a quick kill with your shotgun, right? Make sure you got fletched rounds on it. You get a guaranteed crit on that. Boom, this guy's dead. Okay, you run around chopping things like crazy. Okay, your shotgun gets powered up again. You swap again. It's going to really enhance the agile engagement playstyle, which I think is going to be really good for the Infiltrate veterans. I'm honestly pretty stoked for that, but it looks like the right-hand side of the tree came away a lot better than the left-hand side, and the mid is literally mid. I want to hear your thoughts on this, okay? I want to hear your thoughts on this. What do you think of these upcoming veteran skill tree notes? Am I just being overly pessimistic? I could be. No judgment here. If you think I'm being overly pessimistic, please go ahead and say it. No, literally no judgment, all right? I personally never like to have hope because hope is the first step on the road to disappointment. But my personal fear is genuinely the fact that the left-hand side of the tree is going to have this problematic playstyle attached to it, which is going to create this environment whereby everybody is going to focus solely on turreting, and I'm really worried about that, okay? But I want to hear your thoughts. You tell me what you think about this veteran update, all right? Are you hyped for it? Are you excited for it? Do you want to see this really come to Darktide in its current form, or do you think they should at least change the left-hand side a little bit? I think they should, all right? But that's my concern, not yours. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you guys have had a good time. Thank you so much to all of those who supported my stream as well. I think that what's coming is very interesting indeed, but you know, we're gonna have to take a real good look at you know, how it's gonna all come together. Now, before we go on, I am going to thank all the lovely people that have made all of this content possible. Thank you to our top tippers, Zavi Uzumaki, Livin Lanina Loca, Jeremy Suen, Austin Prime, top super chatter, Chris and Vikram Bao. Top super chatter list consists of Atomica, Who's Poppin', Wild Hunt, Scott Walker, Raymond Carter, Death Dawning 982, Ronan, Zach Wolf, as well as Dookie. Thank you so much. Thank you to Nightshade for being one of our top channel membership gifters. You are amazing. And thank you to all of our channel members who make all of this stuff possible as well. Starting right at the top, we have to thank the following individuals for making our content great. Starting here and now, we've got Death Dawning 982 at Plus Ultra, Yuri, Jason Kun, Jerry Fast, Rogue Assassin, Zach FG Prestige. Thank you guys so much. All right, thank you to all of our honored robots as well. The King, Kuri, Link Octavian, Cube, Philip, Uno, BVS, Vikram, Chris, Commander Farsight, Day, Atomica, Emix. Damn, lost my place. Day, Atomica, Emix, George Rakas, Cordova, Yabs, Nightshade, Devin Lashin, Mookie Mocha, Rena, Chase Taylor, Nathan Strong, Lady Neo, Joey Danze, Sayed Assad, Coda CMF, Kami SMH, Conrad C, and Benjamin Savage. Thank you to all of our cool and weird bots as well. You guys are amazing. I will see you guys on the next one. Catch you later.